in there is a massive fan. Yeah, I mean one of your subscribers. Get it?
The best tractor in the world. Good morning everyone. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the little bell. You get notifications of my videos every Tuesday, Friday and sometimes the Sunday video. In today's video, what the hell are we doing? We are at Mr. Oliver Harrison's, the daily blogger, and we are we are drilling SFI stuff?
Drilling, sowing, planting, seeding, loads of different things.
We're getting a seed put into
part of the world are you in.
Getting a seed, put it into the ground and making it grow.
So we've harvested wheat. We made a mess last year sowing the wheat, so the ground was quite rough, which I'll show you in a bit. So we've leveled it off, and now we'll put in a mixture of black oats, sunflowers, mustard, 7 different things, 7 different species. I'll have to find the label. We're sowing that now. That's going to grow.
It's going in. Mate, I want to see him do it. You got to get one minute. This is the worst way to go through. I'm sorry I've interrupted you, Oliver. This is the cool bit. We don't want to miss this bit.
It's quite dusty.
Obviously Morgan's here. Wow, that's cool, isn't it? I've never seen a drill work, I don't think. Really? No, not properly. You are correct. That is dusty.
It's all the facilia that's so dusty.
Normally we pick which way the wind's blowing.
I regret my choices.
Facilia.
So
here, I'll show you now.
you see that those little grains there?
Yeah.
Like
That's
Sonic the
facilia.
Hedgehog. That's buckwheat.
That's buckwheat. Those little brown
the
grains
hedgehog.
there that look like coffee, they're facilia.
That's facilia.
Yeah.
That's mustard. Black oats.
Clover.
Clover.
Sunflowers. Yeah.
There's 2 different
And then
mustards, isn't it?
there's linseed.
So there's pollinators and wild bird seed basically to eat over winter.
Ah, tasty. So what is this? This is part of your SFI?
Yeah.
So, what is SFI?
Sustainable Farm Incentive. So basically we're going 1 crop for DEFRA
Yeah.
and the wildlife and the birds, which is this one.
Yeah.
And then once that's grown and established, gone to seed, the birds have eaten it, we're then going to sow wheat straight into it with this drill, because this drill will go into soil that's worked and flattened and levelled and whatever, or ploughed, or it'll go straight into the residue of this or a stubble.
Yeah, so if you don't know, Oliver, why am I calling you Oliver? That's weird. You do a lot of min-till, don't you? Is it called min-till, direct drill?
What we're doing today is min-till, which is basically we've not ploughed, we've minimally tilled the soil to get it flat. What we do is no-till, which is basically that.
Straight into the stubble.
Straight into the stubble with the discs on this machine, so you'll see them in a minute.
How many acres an hour can this drill? Full whack.
How fast are you going?
Huh?
How fast are you going?
Well, it can go to about 20k.
20k.
20k at 12 metres, which what's that? 24 hectares an hour.
And in farmer English, which is
55 acres an hour.
Yeah, that's some serious going.
You've got to slow down for the ends, don't you?
You gotta slow down. By the time you get to 20k and go back down here.
If you work on an average of like, sometimes we're doing 10k. 10k at 12 metres is 12 hectares an hour.
So whilst we're up here as well,
Tanks are airtight.
really?
Because it blows out, it also equalises the pressure, so you don't get, because it's dropping it into the airstream underneath, which we'll show you in a second. We need to just do that first probably. The seed drops out through a paddle wheel into an airstream which blows into the back. Because it's blowing it so far, we have such high pressure down that tube, the seed wouldn't want to fall because of the air pressure. The air pressure would come up, and then if the air pressure would come up, the seed wouldn't drop out. So you put pressure into the tank as well, so the seed's basically falling in neutral air. So we have to, they're airtight and warm.
So I actually thought the back of this drill is like not that complicated, and I thought, why are they so expensive?
Yeah, the other thing is you're not seeing, there's 3 hoppers.
Yeah.
There's one there, one here, and another one on the front.
So obviously you've got one for fur.
Yeah, well anything, you can put fur in it, you can put wheat in it, barley. See, like last year, we had barley in one tank, wheat in the other. We'd go in one field, drill barley, lift out, put in the next one, start drilling wheat, or you can fill the whole thing with wheat, whole thing with SFI mix, whichever. Yeah. The other day we were drilling SFI mix and we were mixing oilseed rape with it as an experiment, which is what the front one's got in. Or you can put wheat down and slug pellets in case this slugs.
Mad, isn't it? This is new as well, this drill, isn't it?
Yeah, we got it in March, I think. Morgan's not realise how big it is yet.
Whoa. Have you seen some of the run places I've drilled this spring?
Why, what has he done?
Well, it's just been thrutching in the wet. In bends.
Thrutching?
You know when you're going around trying to get out of corners, jackknifing around?
Yeah, it's only a bit of paint.
Yeah.
So fun fact, we're actually coming because it's a beautiful day and it's going to rain tomorrow, so I thought Olly's definitely going to be combining and it'd be really cool to see how his combine worked, but he's not combining because none of the grain ready. So yeah, it's a little bit, not annoying, but it would have been nice. So we're going to see how this drill works. So it's a Horsch Avanta 12.25, which I gotta guess, I think it is a 12 metre drill. I think it's the biggest drill that we'll do in the UK. Probably do bigger. I've seen in America they do like feet. 12 metres, 36 feet. Oh, he said you need to see it fold up. That is cool.
Sorry, Ting.
So we're in the field. We thought it would be better to explain how it works from in here. Blogs.
In there is a massive fan. You know what I mean, one of your subscribers. Get it? Big hydraulic fan. Driving air down these tubes. Drives air down the tubes this way, round the U-bend.
That's mad, that, isn't it? So it drives it that way to go
Well,
that way.
it used to be on the front on the old drill and then blew that way, but it made it quite noisy. So what they've done is they've put it in the middle, so the noise is a bit away from the tractor and hidden behind this. So it blows it down here. If you want this seed, you can turn this on with this electric motor. There's one either side and it drops it in the tube, drops out the bottom. There's two tubes because one's to the left of the drill and one's to the right of the drill.
Okay.
So you can shut off 6 metres or 6 metres either side. Blows it down, round in a circle. You've then got another 2 metering systems.
Yeah.
One there, front tank.
Oh, okay.
And the back tank.
Yeah.
So like I say, you've got a little tank and then 2 big tanks. So we can soak 3 different products at once. You have a little paddle wheel inside. There's an air tank for the air brakes because it's that heavy. It has air brakes. If you're sowing like a really high seed rate, you use one of these, and that spins.
So left and right again.
Yeah, left and right. Yeah.
So you can do variable. So you can do like 6 metre variable.
Yeah. So you can shut off 6 metres to drill, the other 6 metres. Really high seed rate, use something like that. Gets loads out.
Yeah.
Really low seed rate. We have. This one, there's a whole selection in there of different ones. Tiny paddles,
Yeah.
or you have one that we call like the block of cheese. This one, so it'll just, as it turns, it'll just get
so
a little bit in there, a little bit.
blow it to that, fill them up.
Yeah,
and then when
gravity puts it to that.
Oh,
so the seed's sat on top of it and that's turning. So it'll take a little capful, another capful, another capful. So that each one's got, it's just how it's written
But
on.
that'll be lashing it around though, won't it? Oh, not like too much.
No.
Oh, wow.
Not mega quick.
The maximum 80 RPM per motor.
Oh, really?
They're all rated in C's.
So that yellow one's 20 CCM. And then
Cubic capacity. What's this one? That's about 5, is it?
it's even less, I think. That one's like
3.
for sub 3 kilos.
It's mental, isn't it?
hectare. So
And then some of the, obviously this bigger one here, that's like 200, I think.
that's for 200 and above kilos per hectare.
So you like fertiliser or high rates of wheat, and then obviously to weigh it, what you do is, so you know what you're sowing. You have these things, they're not chip fat baskets. You hang these underneath, and we undo these rubber flaps, and you put your seed in that you want. You flick this switch, it'll meter it for so many seconds, and you weigh it, and then you tell the computer in the cab, right, okay, you've just put 500 grams out, and this will go, well, I thought I only put 400 out, okay, I'll adjust 20%, and it automatically calibrates it. So when you're changing seed of different varieties, you when you're changing different varieties, you calibrate it every time.
Cool, isn't it? So obviously we don't really do a lot of this at home. We might put some grass seeds in that someone else will drill for us.
That's it. It's not for weighing fish, that's your scales. To weigh it up.
So the big question is, obviously you've got a massive Horsch drill, you've got a massive Fendt tractor, which we'll talk about in a minute. Why would you not want to plough and drill straight into the seed bed?
Cost of ploughing. Every time you move soil, it costs you money and energy and fuel.
Yeah.
You release carbon as well. Damages the soil structure, you lose the worms. The soil structure got damaged last year from the wet weather and the traffic of spraying and putting fertiliser on and harvesting. So we've like reset it. We've gone through with a big Horsch cultivator, and we've bust out all the ruts, and we've got some drainage back into it. But once the seed blows to the back down those tubes, we need to finish the drill, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
It then splits into 2 halves. Goes this way, up to that, like an octopus.
Yep.
Inside there's loads of little holes, and it just goes, blows it everywhere, and then finds its way down these tubes to the cult at the back. These sensors recognise seed flowing through them, so if there's a blockage, puts a buzzer on in the cab, and you're like,
oh really?
right, number
so you'll
2's
know.
blocked, so you know which
wow,
tube's
that's good,
blocked.
isn't it?
So it blows it to the back. See it better on the end. Down this plastic tube, into this metal tube, down this. This is tungsten carbide. This disc runs in the soil, so that'll cut through any residue or the soil.
Yeah.
This makes a slot to drop the seed in. That's why it's carbide, because it's quite abrasive soil. Drops the seed out this little hole here. This then firms it into the bottom of the trench it's made. Then this like a pastry thing, you know, like the edge of a Cornish pasty.
Yeah.
That pushes the soil back down. It's rippled, so it gives a higher pressure point. If it was smooth, it'd flow over it quite easy. Yeah. But because it's got lumps in it, it's really shoving the gap shut. This here controls the depth, this wheel. So if you want to put it deep, you put the wheel up. Yeah. So that'll drop further down. Right, if you want to put it shallow.
So it runs on these wheels as well?
It runs on these wheels.
So when you run on them wheels at all?
A little bit, just to steady it, because it's so wide. So when Morgan sets off now, we're only sowing really small seeds. The biggest one in there is sunflowers, so we're not putting it very deep at all. But as he sets in with the machine, it'll start the fan, it'll start blowing. The GPS will tell it when to turn the metering units on when he gets to where he needs to be.
So will the GPS do it all for you? So it'll know where it's already been drilled?
Yeah.
Wow. I have GPS. I'm GPS guy at home. What is GPS you're using? Trimble. It's the best, obviously.
Here you can see it all. That's all where I've drilled, etc.
Yeah. And that's where you cross drilled, have you? And just forgot to turn the GPS on.
Well, I missed that little bit there, so pain. But the only thing is like it'll say I've missed little bits like that, but actually it's just because it isn't calibrated to the turn radius.
Right. Okay.
So like, it thinks the drill's actually more that way than it is. See there, I've covered 81% of the field. Typically you'll cover 105% to 150%.
Yeah, because you'll overdo yourself. Because you've got 6 meters, you've always got to go over a bit, haven't you?
Yeah, but if you look there, say, it's 6 meter steps.
Yeah.
So where the drill's turned itself off in 6 meters, I turned itself on.
And then that's telling the drill to turn on the where to drive and drive the tractor for us, the Trimble screen. That Fendt screen now is the drill. That's all the settings for the drill, the seed rate, how much is in the hopper, etc, etc. And then if you go to another page, we can set the tractor up for the day and change the tyre pressures.
What, from the cab?
Yeah, so if you look now, he's in field mode. So he's dropped the tyre pressures to 8.7. Yeah. If you just put it to road mode, you'll hear it start to blow up. If you look at this now, you hear it hissing. Yeah. So it's blowing air. I don't know how Fendt do it, but the air comes from the centre of the axle into the tyre, and on the road we change the tyre pressure. So these tyres are VF, which means very high flexation. So that means that we can run them really low. So what do they have? It's 6.7 psi or something like that. So when you're on the road, you blow them up harder. Yeah, because you're less wear, less bounce. In the field, you crop them as low as you can. But this will do it automatically. Well, you press the button, but like it does all four in one go. How bad is that? Put it back to field mode now. When you've been on the road, you put it in field mode. You hear it go, and you're like, oh my god, it was a puncher.
And then obviously we're in the brand spanking new Fendt,
the best tractor in the world. I like the 724, and then these have come out. An extra 60 horsepower, fast on the road. The steering lock's better because it's twin transmission. There's a transmission driving the front axle and a transmission driving the back axle, and they turn really short because imagine when you turn around, the front's got to go faster than the back. So they speed the front axle to pull the tractor around, so it'll turn shorter than a 500 Fendt.
Alone in my apartment, I should have seen the warning sign. so most of us are chained to being busy till we can earn a little piece of mind. What does it mean to be free in this American dream? Oh, help me believe life is more than what we've been told it's supposed to be.
So Morgan's been drilling away. Slow down the stream. Start to come out. Mate, you'll never find seed there.
Nice and moist though, isn't it? So it should
Germinate.
Yeah. See, when you're sowing like wheat seed, it's like it's black. It's red, and you can see it.
Yeah, because
them tiny seeds. It's hard.
Oh, you've got no chance. Right, who thinks we should come back in a month, 2 months, and it should start to do something?
2 weeks, you'll see it.
2 weeks. Maybe when you actually run with your combine, we'll come back. This could be a good Sunday video.
Can't see anything. But it is dead small.
Oh mate, we saw the seeds before. They were black. You've got no chance.
That's perfect though, because it's warm. We had 11 mil of rain yesterday, so we've got moisture. So that'll literally just start growing like straight away.
And then sort of stay in the ground but get eaten by the birds by...
Yeah, so the idea is that'll grow, produce seeds, and then the birds will eat them seeds over winter. But first there'll be some pollinators on it as well, like late pollinations in sort of end of September, October. The buckwheat will flower, a few things, the linseed might even flower. And then we'll have this, like what you call biomass, so like a lot of crop, a lot of ground cover.
Yeah.
Protects the soil from the rain, and then we will then drill wheat into it, but leave that still there on the top.
Really? So you'll leave it with all the stuff on top?
Yeah, because that's covering the soil over winter to stop erosion.
Yeah.
And then we'll stitch wheat through it underneath it. We can actually, with the GPS, so we're sowing 25 centimetre rows, so one there, one there. With the GPS, we can go straight down the middle.
Yeah, and that's what you will do with it?
That's what we'll do, yeah.
So you're not drilling it. So what Ollie means by there, so he's not drilling it here and here, he's drilling it in between, and that's how accurate the GPS is. Mad that, isn't it?
And then that will protect the wheat, and then in the spring, if it's getting in the way and it's starving it for light, we'll roll it. If not, we'll leave it, and once it's set seed and died, it should start to rot down and put organic matter back in the soil, which is great for the farm.
They're all very big on now is like soil erosion, like you said, and make sure you don't lose anything. And they're doing that with maize now. We did have the option to start putting grass under the maize. The problem with that is I'm new to maize and didn't want to risk it.
Seen work around that now.
That's the only issue with GPS and telegraph poles.
The annoying thing about these is they pay you what, £7 a year for it being in the way, which isn't enough because that's not so bad for working around, but with the spray you've got to fold up and mess about. But with the wires, the birds roost on them and just blind and eat your wheat, and then go back on there and then come back down and just attracts them. Like a car park for pigeons.
Car park for pigeons. And what did you say? If there's no animals going to be left in the world, there definitely will be pigeons. So, they're cutting, they're blowing, that's the feet, then that's pressing it in, and that's forcing it in. That's 14k. I could probably do that for a marathon. Definitely not. 14k an hour, that would be... No! It's alright. Yeah. How big's the field, Ollie?
44 acres.
44 acres?
I only know that because I'm still paying a mortgage. Bought this in 2012. So the day Olivia was born was the viewing day for that farm. And it was all lotted up. And this lot was closer to the yard. So we put a bid in what we could afford. A lot of the other stuff sold really well. And the guy had to figure what he wanted for his farm. So he accepted our bid, even though it probably wasn't like very high. But he sold his farm well, and we ended up with some land.
It's a good job, isn't it?
So it seemed a ridiculous amount of money at the time, but now it's the cheapest land I've ever bought. Anything that's not combined yet, I've got a different machine that's 3 times as wide as that, which will blow the seed into the crop.
3 times bigger?
Yeah, so it's 36 metres wide. The idea is
when did you get that?
2 or 3 months ago. So it's basically like a massive fertiliser spreader, but mixed with the spray. It's got booms.
Yeah.
So because it's tiny seeds, you can't broadcast them very far, but we can blow them down tubes. It's just like that works really. But it'll be, we go through a crop of beans or a crop of late spring barley, and we can drop the seed down. The seed will start growing 3 or 4 weeks before we've harvested the crop. So you gain a month.
What are you doing there?
So like field mode and road mode.
Oh,
So it pressurizes the coulters down, so it puts down pressure on. So that just makes it so you can lift them up past the stops.
if you liked today's video, please get a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thanks for Ollie.
If you didn't like it, follow me.
Yeah, correct, because you'd find more content that you won't like. But we do want to do a combine video. We've been wanting to do it for years. I want to drive a combine. I did drive one on live years ago, but we're going to come back maybe in 2 weeks. Maybe we'll come back and we'll have a bit of something going on. So we'll drop it into the combine video. So if you did like it, again, thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel, TP merches at tompem.farm life. And if you've got any comments, put it in the comment section below, or questions, and we will ask them and answer them on the combine video. I'm very excited for that. Anyway, we'll see you in a bit. Bye.
It's what, 60 centimetres
That's not.
instead of 25. And then there's another one over there that's like 80, 90 centimetres.
A little bit of black coats in our pocket.
98% morgue.
But don't worry, it's not at the roadside.